Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. I am live. I am sending the link to Kristen right now. How are you? Happy Friday. I am on the train. Wow. You can see my age. I am on the train right now. And I am going to Los Angeles, California. Oh, who's that? Kristen is here.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. I fell back asleep after my earlier wake up and then woke up about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, well, good morning. That's good. I'm glad you've been, you had a sick kid that you had to worry about yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that. But yesterday evening, he was fine.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, kids bounce back really
Um,
fast.
yeah, that's pretty cool. Um, I, I don't know what they can do, but hopefully they can replicate that for us old folks.
I know. I would love
I'm
that.
on uh, I'm on that train to Los Angeles right now.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it was my LOE.
I love that.
Isn't that
I
cool?
also feel like I'm traveling right now with you, so that's exciting. I've only been to
Yeah.
California once, so
Oh, well, sure. You're welcome. We have extra rooms if you want to bring Max and Josh down.
oh, that'd be a great vacation.
Yeah. So the internet might be a little spotty, but I'm going to try to close other apps. Just that might help. So what I've been doing, Kristen, is just going through the emails that I've been getting from this guy. His name is Josh Sprague, and just going for it. And then when I finish the assignment, then I just work on the stuff that you and I were already working on.
Okay.
And no one's watching, so it's just for posterity, really. And maybe people will pop in and out, but it's not really about that. It's about documenting, so when we're done, it's like, wow, here's the process, and it holds me accountable.
True.
So let me pull up my email uh, from, and then I'll go through what I've kind of done so far. Uh, cool. Give me 1 second.
Oh,
Day 5. Today is about the book guts. Yesterday, so actually I can go through it with you so you can see what I've done so far real quick. Let me show you. Let me share my screen. Okay, so share screen, window, five. Okay, so you can see it now.
there. Yeah, can now.
All right, cool. So day 1 was just like, what is your book about? Day 2 was like write out a sentence, which is what I sent everybody. And then day 3 was like test it on people. And day 4 was like write chapters. And I said, well, we already have that. So now day 5 is, wow, look at that. Train in the house. Wow, it's beautiful. This is my first train ride from San Diego to LA. Why don't you read, since you probably have better internet? Why don't you read the email so everyone can hear it? I'll put
Okay.
myself on mute.
The only thing you can count on in life is change will happen. And in 5 days of the challenge, we're already seeing how fast things can change. Are you excited that your book chapters are now done? I hope so, because a lot of people don't even make it this far. So, yesterday we created the chapters based on the natural progression of how we would take someone from point A to Z based off of the premise we made in our book idea statement. You should have at least 10 chapters now that are the framework of your book, or as I like to say, the bones of your book. Now we're going to add some organs and all the inner stuff that makes the body of your book work. We do this by drilling down into each one of the chapters and identifying. You're going to have to scroll down a little bit. Identifying 3 to 5 specific bullet points that will allow you to pave a clear path for your reader to follow. And then we drill a little bit deeper and flesh out what goes into each one of those bullet points. If you're confused, don't worry. I break it down in today's document. Once you've read that, it's time to get to work. Set your timer for 25 minutes and dive on in. To recap, here's your assignment for today. Click on the link here and read through the document. Add 3 to 5 bullet points to each one of your chapter ideas and then 3 to 5 sub-points underneath those. Review and revise them to make sure you're happy with them. Extra credit. Reply to this email and share with me your chapters with sub-points and let me know what you're enjoying most about the challenge so far. Got it? Cool. All right, filling out your chapters. Now that we have the chapters of our book, it's time to flesh them out so we know what we're going to say in each chapter. You want me to keep reading, Nate? I like to include at least one major story in every chapter and a lot of little micro stories in the chapter to illustrate my points. But first, we need to understand where we're going with each chapter. Let me give you an example from what we did in the last section. We'll take the first chapter ideas we had and give them more life. Here are the chapter ideas. A, the passionless marriage and the cost of divorce, painting the problem. B, why passion fizzles once kids join the party. C, understanding your needs and values. Now what we want to do is drill down into each of them and come up with 3 to 5 bullet points for each chapters. These bullet points are the key stories or content we need to share in order to deliver on that chapter topic. So for example, the first chapter is about the passionless marriage and the cost of divorce. Let's add 3 bullet points to that, which will help us illuminate what we mean. So bullet point 1, opening story of how a passionless marriage almost cost you everything. Bullet point 2, what a passionless marriage, or what is a passionless marriage? How to know if you are in one. Bullet point 3, divorce rates, the effects on family, and the financial costs. And then the rest of the chapters. As you can see, we've already added more clarity to what the first chapter is about. We know we need to start with a personal story about how a passionless marriage almost cost us everything. Then we clarify what it means to be in a passionless marriage so that we hook the readers into knowing they are in the right place. Then we dive into how passionless marriages lead to divorce and the emotional, familial, and financial costs of that. If we do our job properly, by the time they finish chapter 1, they will be more motivated than ever to fix this problem and keep reading. Do you see how we did that? Pretty cool, right? So your next step is to do that with every single chapter idea that you have. Drill in and make 3 to 5 bullet points that will help you cross the bridge of that chapter. Oh, and since you're probably asking how many chapters should I have, I want you to know that there is no right or wrong answer to that. The correct answer is exactly the amount that's needed to get the reader from where they're at to the result we promised in the book idea formula. That's why it's so important. But if you're having a hard time choosing, then pick 10 chapters. That tends to work well in most cases. A little deeper. Okay, now that you have 3 to 5 bullet points for each chapter, we want to go a little deeper. The idea is to make this as easy as possible for you when it comes down to the writing phase. So you want to create 2 to 5 subpoints for each bullet point so you're even more clear on what's going to be covered in each bullet point. Here's an example. So bullet point 1 was opening story of how a passionless marriage almost cost you everything. Subpoint 1, we fell in love and got married and everything was great. Subpoint 2, kids came and things started to change. All of our focus was on the kids. We started to feel like roommates. Subpoint 3, our marriage dissolved into a mesh of responsibilities. We'd fight behind closed doors. We were so busy helping the kids that neither one of our love needs were being met. Divorce was imminent. Bullet point 2, what is a passionless marriage and how to know if you're in one? Subpoint 1, 3 parts that define a passionless marriage. Subpoint 2, intimacy. Subpoint 3, appreciation. Subpoint 4, relationship goal setting and growth. Bullet point 3, divorce rates. Subpoint 1, divorce rates in your country and major causes of them.
Yeah, you did great. That's perfect. Cool. We got it, right?
I think so. I mean, we already
Okay.
have the chapters broken down into bullet points and sub points. So,
Yeah, let me go to that. So
and
here we
Christelle,
go.
thank you for the compliment on my hair.
Yeah, it is awesome. Travel tentative agenda. So here's the outline. Here's the outline that we have. Um, so yesterday I started kind of adding stuff to it.
All right, in Solana Beach, Station.
And I did the first chapter. And as I looked through all of these chapters, which I was very proud of, by the way, I think it's going to be a great book. Um, I noticed that a lot of these things, like chapter one, be brave, a lot of this stuff, it interweaves with the other stuff. So if you say, being brave is putting everything on the line, it's sticking to your principles. Sticking to your principles is stay humble, right? That's a different chapter. It's you're going against the odds, which is also the adversity makes you stronger, which is also persevere in the face of adversity, a whole different chapter. Um, so I kind of thought that the first chapter would kind of touch upon every chapter and say you'll learn more about that in chapter two or whatever, see chapter four, whatever. So people can get like being brave is leads to all of these things. It leads to learning. It leads to practice. Well, not really practice, but it leads to staying humble and find your Justice League. That's brave to go out and find your people.
Yeah.
Uh, so uh, and I was listening to Jack Canfield yesterday, and he's the guy who wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul.
Hmm.
And he has this book called The Success Principles, and it is a lot like this, but it's for it has nothing to do with superheroes, obviously, but it talks about what you need to be successful. So we're taking definitely pages out of that book and pages out of 100 other books and pages out of superhero comics in our brains. But he had sections grouped off into 6 sections. So he had like section one could be like, I don't know, personal character. Section two could be work ethic. Section three could be, your network. Section four could be, I don't know, you know what I mean? But like have subs, like big sections that are broken down into subsections. I think that might work.
I
What do
agree
you
with
think?
that. That sounds like that would probably be the best way to do that for this book.
So why don't we do that, Kristen? Why don't we go and we'll look through the outline and we'll try to like group them into larger. What would you call those? Not chapters. They're called like sections.
Yeah, I think sections would be the right one because
Yeah,
like section one would be being brave or whatever the first few chapters is going to be about bravery, and that can be like
yeah.
chapter
Okay,
one or section one,
great.
and then section two will have a different theme,
Let's
right?
do that then. Yeah. So let's say let's make it in like different colors so it's very obvious to
Okay.
and let's so would be being brave be do you think that's a good first section?
Yeah, I think so because there's more. Because, like you just pointed out, I mean, yeah, there's being brave, but there's more to it. So,
Okay, that'll be the blue section.
okay.
And then what goes into being brave? So a lot of stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next stop will be Oceanside. Oceanside
I
Station
definitely
is next.
think
As a friendly reminder, folks, face masks are required to be worn at all times when at your seat and walking about the train.
I definitely
Please
think
have your
that
face mask on.
okay, actually we should probably go
Also,
through
folks, lower level seating, just as a reminder, is very limited.
we should probably
If you are
go.
able to walk up steps, please, by all
I'm
means,
sorry,
go upstairs
Kristen.
to find a seat.
Why don't
If
we
you're
go
young and able, go upstairs to
why don't we
find
go
a
ahead
seat.
and write
Again, lower
like
level space
color
is
code
very
the
limited.
sections. So being brave
I'd like to keep that
is
reserved for
one.
senior and
Art
disabled
all this
passengers
stuff
only.
is
you're not
blue.
falling into that category, go upstairs now, please. I appreciate your cooperation in advance.
So artists we love for the bravery. Let's talk about superheroes have a lot to lose. Yeah, having a lot to lose. That's brave.
Hmm.
This, okay, okay. My bravest moments. I started talking about that yesterday. This is a thing that I was wondering. So the story goes basically here. I have five stories that, and I don't know, Kristen, if they're gonna make the book because people don't give a shit about me. They give a shit about Chris Hemsworth and Mark Ruffalo, and and that's fine. I'm totally cool with that. They're celebrities. People are obsessed with celebrities. Like I'm not offended in any way. I'm trying to make the most riveting book. But some of my stories, like this is about performing in front of David Diggs and Anthony Ramos from Hamilton, and Jasmine from Hamilton, and what it was like as a grown man that had to go through that, and then and then I don't know. I thought that I will write it, but I will not be offended if it gets pulled out of the book.
I think a good thing to do would be, since you can talk to David, is have your story of like something you did that was brave. And then if David would be amenable to giving his voice to that chapter, then take a story from his life and put it in there too, so that it gives relevance and perhaps, like balance. Because you said
Yep.
you're like an average. I'm gonna say average. You're like you're
Right,
not
right.
Bobby Diggs. Um, so people can relate to you, but then they'll care because they'll be invested because David Diggs' story is also there, or something like that.
Well, exactly. That's what I thought about yesterday. Was hey, we should now because I will have access to certain celebrities. We can ask them, what what are two, three moments that you were brave,
Exactly.
that you were brave. Um, and we could do this with every different chapter. Uh, so that would be cool. I love that. I thought about that yesterday, and um, that's cool that we'll have access to them. Um,
Exactly.
all right, chapter two, learning. I think learning is a whole different section than bravery. So let's make that like purple. Everyone learns differently. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Learning. Practice is, I think, a different section. I think that
Okay.
tenacity is. So I think those are three sections. Okay, four. Stay, talk is cheap. Stay humble. Um, I think that might be learning, don't you?
Either that or
Because
bravery. But yeah, I mean, I could see how that could fall into either one of those
well,
sections.
here we are. Talk is cheap. Stay humble. Cockiness is not a virtue, and neither is trash talking. Iron Man, he's funny and sarcastic. Star Lord is authentic self. Peter Parker stays humble and works hard. Confidence is impressive, but know your place. Someone will be worse. The actress who played Captain Marvel, she used her power for good to stand up for women and people of color. Chapter. So I think that's brave. Hmm. I don't know. Let's go come back to that one. Chapter
Okay.
five. Find your Justice League. I think that's a whole different section.
Yeah, that would be its own.
So let's make this like pink or something.
Green.
Oh, green. Okay, green. Why green for Green
I
Arrow?
don't know. Is green's my favorite color?
Oh, green it is. Justice League. Okay. Okay. Chapter 6. Fight for what you believe in. Don't get jaded.
Bravery.
Yes. 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 Chapter 7. Be generous, funny, and nice. I think this is back to your character. So let's have a section on character,
Okay.
like what it is
Yeah.
to be, have character. So
That's a good idea.
that, and then this, and then chapter 8, adversity makes you stronger. That's that's hard work, but it's also character. So we had one for hard work. Then we yeah practice.
I think I would put it with character though. Um,
Okay.
unless once we get into, I mean, because this is all changeable. Once we get into
Yeah.
it, maybe we'll see it fits better somewhere else.
Well, then this would be character too. Perseverance, right?
Okay.
Or would that be or practice? I think practice maybe.
It would
Let's
work
just
in
say
practice because all those
yeah,
people have to, like you said, get up
yeah,
and do it over and over again. So
yeah. Chapter 10. Keep some secrets. Mystery is a good thing. Character, right?
yes,
Chapter 11. Master your craft. Practice. Chapter 12. Take the stairs. Think long term and hard work. Practice. Or is that character?
mm,
People under pressure. 20-year-old 7. Oh, this looks like character.
yeah,
But a lot, like we said, a lot of those things can be. Yeah, definitely character. Be accountable for everything. That's character. Character seems to be the biggest chapter so
yeah.
far. Dream big. Or you can only achieve your goals with the Justice League. But that's no, I think it's a different thing. Yeah, are you there?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, your internet got a little spotty.
Yeah. So what do you think about this one?
Just things through visualization. I almost want to say that that would go in like with practice because not only are you practicing like the physical aspects, but you're also practicing like your mind and like seeing what's going to happen or what you want to happen before it happens.
Yeah, maybe that's like a whole different section.
Yeah, I mean,
What do you think?
well, that's a very short chapter so far, like in what we have for it. So,
Yeah,
maybe after it gets fleshed out a little bit more, you'll see if it's going to be more of a section or if it's just going to be more of a chapter in a section.
yeah. Mm, does that look different than red? Yeah, that's still confusing. Let's put this orange. Chapters travel and learn more about country. I think that's character.
Yeah.
These are both character.
Yeah.
Okay, so character should be probably like somewhere in the middle of the book since it's the biggest chapter. And how do we separate that into small? Well, we are separating. Oh, so learning.
One chapter in the learning section will be invest in yourself, and then you already have sub points for that. And then like it's already basically that because you had sub points with sub points. So and obviously you're gonna have to
Yeah.
add even more sub points to those, but I don't think that will be difficult. Because right now you're just breaking things down as far as you can before you start writing all of the story.
Yeah. I mean, so I guess we should think about what comes in, what comes, like what order should it be? So should it be, let's think. So should it be brave? Should be that, oh, because be brave, be brave, be brave. I think that sounds like, should that be the first one? Kinda.
I think so because that's going to set the tone for the rest of it because doing anything like that is going to be difficult. So you have to be brave to do it. So I think that would
Yes.
go set the right boundaries.
It could be that, or it could be the end where it's like, okay, this is how hard it is, but this all takes bravery. But I
Or
think
you
you're
could
right. I
split
think
it and have a little bit at the beginning about like like how things can be difficult and like what you need to do, and then at the end kind of go back to that and wrap it up with
yeah,
some more stories of bravery.
yeah. I think that maybe starting with, so now that we have this here, let's move it up because this could be fight for what believe in could be at the beginning or the end. Like that's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, those could be the different sections that split in two. But let's put them together. So we have, let's just take out the chapters because we don't know what will be
Yeah,
what.
as long as it's color coded, it should be easier to identify.
Yeah. Uh, and we want this to be in the classrooms, so uh, the learning, invest in yourself. Should that be two? Well, let's just group things together. Find your Justice League. Let's do so. Learning and practice are different,
Yeah,
but
they
I
are,
feel like
but they do go together. I think, yeah, learning should probably be one section and then follow it by the section on practice.
yeah. So practice. Okay, that it's already. Let me move up this other practice one. Perseverance. Yes. Wow, we got a lot of cool stuff here. I just literally listen to these books and get ideas and just talking to. I was trying to write this out with David yesterday.
Thriving
It's
oceanside,
so much.
oceanside.
It takes so much longer to write it than to just talking to your to phone. It takes so much. So now that I know that, it'll be easier to know that, like, okay, cool, we're doing this. We're doing perfection won't come easily. Expect to take it slow. Then I can just walk and talk, and then edit it down because trying to do both at the same time took a long time.
No,
Uh,
before, like, before recently, I didn't ever use my voice to chat like for anything on my phone. But now, like, especially with Macs and when I have my hands full doing other things and I can't really type, I have learned to appreciate just hitting that little microphone, saying what I need to say, and then hitting
oh
send
yeah,
and going about my life.
it's the best. So should we do character and then find your Justice League, or find your Justice League and then character? Since
I think
characters,
character first because you need to work on your character before you find your Justice League. Because if you want to find a group of people who are going to lift you up, then you need to make sure you're in a place to be lifted up.
well, yes, but I feel like yes, I agree with that. But I also feel like your Justice League will also help you build your character.
True, but if you are not in a good place, like let's say you're not making the right choices and the group of people you surround yourself with is perhaps also not making the right choices, then your character is going to have a harder time lifting up. Whereas if
Right.
you work on improving yourself a little bit, I'm not saying like you have to be the best version of yourself ever before you go out and find your Justice League, but like identify your goals and set boundaries. And
Yeah.
then when you go to find people, you can find people who are on the same trajectory and they can help with your
Right.
goals.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good.
That's all I meant by that. Like
Yeah. I think it's good. Let's take this down then to this. Same thing. Okay. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Looks like we're all color coded. Yep. 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 We're doing the thing right now. It sounds like we got some sections.
It looks
Oh
like a
wait,
beautiful rainbow.
it does. It's like fruity pebbles.
Love it.
I used
I
to.
wish I had my tie-dye hoodie on today, but I went with my boring one.
Ooh. Yes, tie dye hoodie. Okay, and then we'll do dream big at the end because you can't. I feel like dream big kind of has to do with character, so let's keep it there. I don't know. We could since it's so small, we could put it before master your craft and dream big. I dig it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that would be a good transition.
Yeah, and then this is what you have to keep yourself in check. Stay humble. Be nice. Adversity makes you stronger. Keep some secrets. Mystery is a good thing. Take the stairs. Be accountable for everything. Just go all in. Travel and learn about other cultures. Fight for those with less than you. Find your Justice League. Find your mentors. Cool. We did that. Perfect timing. KK is probably there.
Hold on. I think I was wrong. I need to check my email, but I think it's 1 to 2. I'm working with 3 different time zones for that, so I got a little
Mm.
confused. So
Yeah.
okay, it's 1 Pacific time. So if everything wraps up with team represent, like at 12:50, 12:55, then I can jump on Zoom, get everything set up, and let KK and Michael in.
Okay. So so we're gonna meet at 12 with the team representing Clay, and then 12 to 1, and then at 1 o'clock will be
KK.
the yeah. Okay, cool. So in the meantime, I'm gonna send out. I mean, I think we did the assignment, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think the sections and the chapters all look good, and that we can start there, I guess, on Monday and start working on flushing them out. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
It's
can
a
also
good ending spot for the
yeah.
week, I think.
I'll be busy this weekend, but maybe on the train ride back, I'll I'll just start talking into my phone um, on Sunday. Um, because it's going to take time to write the damn thing. I don't like this organization is so important. We've already done a lot of this, but just writing the thing is going to take some time. So that's where I'm
Yeah.
like, how is this going to get done in 30 days? But it will. It'll get done. Um, great. So I will see you same place. No, I'll see you on Zoom
At noon.
at noon.
I'll be there.
Thanks, Kristen.
Thank you.
Oh, hi, whoever just joined us.
I hope your train ride goes smoothly.
Yeah, it's going all right. I'm trying not to be rude and talk too loud because there's some people around now. So
There.
it is what it is. All right, I'll see you in an hour.
All right, bye.
Bye.